Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to Crypto Cash. We're going to take a look at Solana, see what's going on with the big picture, best practice, and kind of just really jump right in. And to kind of preface, if you're new to the channel, I love teaching people to trade. Solana is a coin that I covered yesterday and consistently, and we can say that this is actually doing exactly what it's supposed to. It was retesting this resistance level here at about $21 and has since broken through, with Bitcoin sustaining at 30,000. Now, as I mentioned before, if Bitcoin can hold that price point at 30,000, we're going to see a lot of vaults start to surge, and this being one of those. What's crazy is Bitcoin dominance is still up, and altcoins are starting to come on alive. So that tells us there's a lot of volume in the market. So if you're new to the channel, just keep in mind, not a financial advisor. I love teaching people to trade. You want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a website. It looks something like this. We have a trading signals community, and of course, my all-time favorite, of course, because I love teaching people to trade. Only the nerd in me has this. I love the fact that we have a trading university. Okay, so all that good stuff here available. Last but not least, we have a great Discord here where we have awesome results here for my traders, and most people are finding great results with our CC Golden Indicator. So be sure to check that out on our homepage, available once again at CryptoCash.tech. So with Solana, the best thing to note here, of course, is that the RSI is coming up closer to 70. While we're not there yet, we got a little bit of room to grow. It'll probably put us right at this $24 mark if we continue higher. Good news is, if we can close today above the previous resistance at about $22.58, then we'll be in good shape to see that at being a bottom and the price action bounce from there. Okay, so really good stuff is coming here from Solana, but it does appear to be overextended. We'll talk about that. We can identify that on smaller time frames, though. Right now we have a MACD convergence on the horizon, or sorry, it's already come to fruition rather. It was on the horizon yesterday, and we're above all three moving averages. So there's literally no downside here on Solana as far as the big picture is concerned. It looks fantastic. 4-hour time frame is telling us a different story here, but a good story. We are 6 4-hour candles into this continuation. Most TD sequential continuations last roughly 9 candles. So if we go 9 candles, that puts us at 12 more hours of continuation of the upside. If that were to occur, that would put us pretty close to that $24 mark. Okay, so hypothetically, the price could go up a little bit further, but would it make sense to take some profits before it comes down, or is it going to keep going? Well, smaller time frames can tell us that on the hourly, but in truth, with us being up over 70 on the RSI, anything could happen. In other words, anytime you look at Solana's history, when it goes above 70 on the RSI, for example, let's just take a look right here. So this is just a starting point. Goes above 70 on the RSI, peaks up, goes sideways for quite a few days, and then goes once again higher, and then parabolic from there. Okay, all three of these times RSI has been up over 70. Okay, so when you see this RSI up over 70, a lot of cool stuff can occur. Okay, so I like to draw that reference there because when the price is above that level, you want to continue to hold your position open in most cases until it comes back down. Okay, I know it seems crazy, but if you sell before the RSI gets above 70, you're going to miss out on a lot of profit. So a lot of times it's best to just let it ride. Okay, so again, it's hard to do sometimes, but in this environment right now, it makes more sense to hold than it is to sell. But it wouldn't be terrible also to consider taking small amounts of profits so you can kind of, be profitable at the end of the day, right? Anybody that's a diamond holder is never profitable because they never sell, right? Not saying that's a bad strategy, of course, long-term, different story, but day to day, week to week, it's probably best to take some profits. So would consider something like that, but we are looking overextended here. MACD is converging quite significantly, so mostly bullish signs here as well on the 4-hour. There's nothing that's bearish except for the fact that we are moderately overextended. Now, overextensions, those are subject to change, right? We have this pennant pattern that came up here that broke out to the upside. It's very common. Keep in mind, a second breakout is less likely. It's difficult to find a second. In most cases, it turns itself around up to the first. Okay, so again, we are reaching this point where it could be turning itself around, but according to TD Sequential, we hit our 9 way back here, went crazy, stuck in this range here, and now we're up to a 3. So once again, that kind of goes with our narrative of 12 hours. We have roughly 9 hours left on the hourly for the price to continue further. How much more can you get out of it, right? You can only squeeze a lemon for so long before you run out of juice. Okay, so again, we're getting closer to that end, just based on overextended. Could it continue to run? Of course it could. But should it? Probably not. Consolidation would make a lot more sense. That being said, taking a look at the 15, let's see if there's anything else we can identify here on CC Golden. We had a nice little entry here and a sell target there. As you can see, this indicator is really good about buying low and selling high. So again, good opportunities, of course, and obviously if you have this indicator, it's available on our homepage, but generally speaking, it's really cool to be able to provide something like this to my community, to my members, and just really have something that kind of gives us confirmation. It takes all of my theories of confirmation, applies it here, and gives you a good understanding of being on the right side of the tracks. Because when you take a trade, you want to take a trade in the same direction other the other traders are taking, right? So if you're riding with the bulls, you want to roll with them, not against them. Okay, that's what that does. It gives you confirmation in either direction to make sure you're on the right side of the tracks. So again, increasing your odds ever so slightly. Once again, that's where we're at here for Solana. So big picture, Solana's looking very bullish on the macro. The micros are overextended, or the shorter term time frames, but at this point there's no reason for it to turn around because it hasn't given us any indication it will or wants to. Bitcoin is trending right now at 30,200, so still very strong there. So I would recommend kind of just waiting and seeing what happens. We didn't take a look at the cloud here, but I'm willing to speculate that we have all green lights and there's no reason to, again, sell your or trim your position. So I would just say hold on tight and consider a small amount of profits. Maybe also consider buying the next dip if it were to come back down to that $22 range. That's where I'm going to set my sights. I'll go ahead and set an alert. They're right about 22.20 to kind of see if we can reevaluate if it comes back down again. All right, thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in tomorrow's video. Take care.